Oh, well, hey, B, it's Jamie. That's me here. Welcome back to my channel, honey. Listen, let's go ahead and get into us a quick chat. We got to talk about Terrance J, Stevie J, Kyle Rittenhouse, honey, Pleasure P. Let's talk about it. All right, y'all. First up on the quick chat, we have Big Sean. Okay, Big Sean is out there trying to do some big things over in Detroit. He's working on a movie theater. I believe he started on it like back in 2018, 2019. But y'all know when Miss C19 came around, she ran amok in the palace. She's still running amok. Okay, she slowed some things down, but now he's starting to pick things back up. Okay, and over there with the theater, he said that it's supposed to be like a multi-purpose building. So he's gonna have a movie theater along with some other stuff going on over there. So girl, I may have to take me a little trip over there to Detroit and check it out, honey. But I tell you one thing, I will not be going during the fall or the winter because I cannot take Detroit's weather, and that's on period. But either way, Big Sean, honey, good luck. Okay, let's go ahead and move on over to somebody else that we know, child. And for those of you guys that don't know, let me go ahead and clue you guys in. This is Kyle Rittenhouse. Okay, Kyle Rittenhouse is on trial at this very moment for murdering two individuals, and I believe he injured others at a like a Black Lives Matter protest for a victim. And girl, for some reason, he brought his AR-15 out there at the age of 17, thought he was living his best life, and decided that he was going to take lives while he was at it. But let's go ahead and talk about him real quick as I'm on BuzzFeed. They're headlining this story is Kyle Rittenhouse testified he didn't do anything wrong when he fatally shot two people. Baby, if y'all don't get this, Kyle Rittenhouse, the teenager who shot at protesters in Kenosha, Wisconsin last year and killed two people, took the stand in his trial Wednesday, testifying that he didn't do anything wrong and was acting in self-defense. Baby, you went there looking for a problem. How many people y'all know go to a protest with an AR-15 or any type of gun? I mean, they may have a little gun in their little pocket or whatever, but how many people you know go to a protest and they just out there like that? That's not making sense unless you're the police. I don't really see it often, okay? But I will say this, I don't be out there in the midst of a whole lot of protests to really, know for sure. But I know the images and things that I've seen haven't been of people just, walking the streets with their guns out and stuff like that. So I felt like Kyle with his young self, and he was dropped off from my understanding by his mom to be out there at this protest, and he came out there with his gun. It made me feel like Kyle was looking and was ready for some trouble, in my opinion, okay? He goes on to say, I didn't intend to kill them. I intended to stop the people who were attacking me. I don't think nobody was attacking Kyle. I don't. And if that is indeed true, then it makes me wonder, what is something that you were saying that caused people to respond to you in that way? Were you operating in a space of trying to get people triggered so that it could give you a reason to be triggered to use the weapon that you had on you? I would like to know, more than anything, I would like to know, why is this even on trial? I feel like some things, when we actually have hardcore evidence and this is what it is, girl, we really shouldn't even have no trial for it, for real. It's like, bro, go ahead and send these murderers on. Okay, when we have blind witness and probably video and stuff, like, girl, why is you wasting the court's time and the people's money? Send this baby on to where he need to go. Okay, Kyle has been running amok in the courtroom with these false tears that he's been spewing out, acting like he can barely catch his breath to talk. And I didn't have time. I would have said adjourn, court adjourn, baby. Go ahead. Y'all don't put this young man back here up here on my stage no more. Don't put this young man. I'm not finna fool with y'all defense and whoever else. I don't know why y'all chose to put this boy on the stand so that he could try in some kind of way plead insanity or whatever, because y'all sitting up here and y'all really want a mistrial. No, I'm gonna dismiss him off my stand, and y'all better not bring him or put him back up here. Because let me tell y'all something, in this courtroom, we're not gonna stand for the foolishness, okay? Now, you wasn't up here whining and crying when you was out there at that protest and you was pow, pow, pickety, pow, pow, and on these people, was you? You weren't? Step down, step down, step down. We're gonna need you to go ahead and step down, Kyle. Step down, baby. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and ask for a recess at this time, because y'all been out here trying to run amok, and we're not gonna have that over here in this courtroom. Do you hear what I say? Like, girl, I would have got Mr. Kyle together. I'm sorry, girl. Because the way the judge sat up there and got the defense attorney, I believe it was, together because of how he was out there. Girl, listen. You should have got Kyle right along with him. Okay, you step down. Sorry, then he gonna pass him a little tissue. I said, don't give him not damn piece of a tissue, sir. You use your sleeves and wipe your eyes. Use your sleeves and wipe your eyes, okay? Because girl, I just feel like everything would have been so different if it was a different type of person sitting up there on this stage. And y'all follow me, y'all know where I'm going, okay? They say Rittenhouse, who was 17 years old at the time, told prosecutors that he used deadly force against the victims because he perceived them to be a threat to him. And I need to know more. I need to know more. Like, how did you assume that? He says, I did what I had to do to stop the person who was attacking me. 2 of them passed away, but I stopped the threat from attacking me. Rittenhouse is accused of killing 2 individuals and wounding another at a protest over the police shooting of Jacob Black. Okay, that was a 29-year-old black man. So now he's faced with 2 counts of first-degree homicide, 1 count of attempted homicide, and 2 counts of recklessly endangering safety, and 1 count of possession of a dangerous weapon by a person under 18. Okay, he has pled not guilty to all of the charges. Not guilty. Rittenhouse testified that he intended to only render his first aid at the protest. A first aid with an AR-15? Where was your first aid kit at? Where was that at? Okay. He goes on to say, I didn't think I would be put in a situation where I would have to defend myself. Well, you must have thought that because you showed about your AR-15. Oh, okay. So in their cross-examination, prosecutors grilled Rittenhouse on why he brought a weapon to the protest in the first place. He said he carried an AR-15 because he assumed he was not old enough to have a pistol, but he thought that he could carry a rifle at 17 years old. Wisconsin law prohibits minors from bearing arms, but his lawyers have pointed to a state hunting law, arguing that it only bars children under 12 from hunting with guns. What was he hunting? And see, I could not have been the attorney because I would have ate ass. Okay, so you mean to tell me that your client brought a AR-15 to a protest and that it's not prohibited for him to use a hunting rifle, right? Because of his age. So basically what you're confirming or what you're saying is that this young man attended this protest seeking to hunt out individuals to murder. Thank you. No, I rest my case. No further questions. Don't say nothing else. Anything he says, strike it, jurors, strike it. Okay. I've rested my case, Your Honor. I said what I said. I've asked what I needed to ask. Okay. No, zip. Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. And I will go and sit down like Martin did when he was in, when Martin was in court. I would have went right on over there, sat down, crossed my legs, and just sat just like that. You're absolutely correct, Your Honor. Nope, nothing else to be said. You're confirming, okay, that he is indeed murder, period, okay? So, yeah, I just couldn't take it. While recounting his confrontation with those individuals, he said he shot him 4 times before running away to go try to find the police. When asked by his attorney why he was going to the police, he says, because I didn't do anything wrong. I was defending myself. Baby, you sound like an idiot. I'm not going to read no more of this foolishness. I just know that he better receive what is indeed coming to him. Okay, people lost their lives. All right, because you was out here playing games and all this crying and this extraness that you could do on the stage. And as soon as you sat down next to Your Honor, you want to sit up there. You could barely get the words out before you start crying. But when we see these pictures of you sitting over there behind your table across from the judge, you over there, got some little grins on your face and stuff like that. You chilling, relaxing, cooling out, chilling out. Just you good. But then when you sitting up here, you want to sit up here and you want to cry. Baby, you wasn't crying when you was, like I said, pow, pow, pickety, pow, pow, powing. I'm not going to deal with Kyle. Y'all better get him, deal with him, deal with him accordingly, deal with this young man accordingly, dear. Okay. I said what I said. I ain't got anything else. I'm going to let y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below on this foolery as I go ahead and I move over to something else. Honey, let's get into Stevie J and his soon-to-be ex-wife, Miss Faith Evans, because Stevie J has finally, filed for a divorce from her. Now, I believe it was speculations like back in 2019 that she had been cheating on him or something. At least that's what he said. Or it was like some speculation going on, right? That they may have possibly broken up. And, everybody likes to use the pandemic as an excuse. Okay, all 2020 as to why they, was was broken up. But this happened like back in 2019, and then some other things took place during 2020, and here it is 21. He is filing for a divorce. But Miss Jocelyn, you know, kind of outed some things. It kind of confirmed some of the stories that we were hearing back in 2019. Jocelyn came out earlier this year and called out Miss Faith Evans. It sounded like she was accusing her of being on drugs. That's one thing. Okay. The next thing, she also opened up and said how Stevie J said out of his mouth that Faith was cheating on him often with younger guys. Okay. She was doing it all of the time. Now, not only that, I believe it was in 2020, maybe. I think it was 2020 where they had a domestic violence situation going on where Faith jumped on Stevie J. Okay, so that was in this whole, their relationship just been going downhill. It sounded like two toxic people ended up linking up and getting married to each other, girl. And that was not the right move for either one of you guys, you know. It's weird, though, for him to say he's filing for a divorce, because when you go to Faith Evans' IG page, which is verified, she still has an image of her and Stevie J as her profile picture. And she just told him happy birthday, like a few days ago. She just shouted him out for a happy birthday and told him to hurry up and get home so they could turn up. And then next thing you know, here it is, he's filing for a divorce from her. So girl, what's really going on? I don't know what to think. I feel like she probably ain't taking him serious as far as this divorce. She probably like, baby, you think you finna divorce me, but you ain't. Okay, but we're gonna see how that plays out, girl. Let me tell you, I feel like Stevie J has truly made his match in Faith Evans, though, because he was out here doing the most to Miss Mimi, doing the most to Miss Jocelyn, and he done made his match in Miss Faith Evans. Miss Faith been out here cheating on him, the same thing he was out here doing to the ladies. But I will say, I've never heard of Stevie like jumping on women, but it seems like all the women be ready to rat-a-tat-tat-tat on his ass. Okay, and I'm not saying that it's fair. I'm just saying what it is, child. So I do feel like he made his match in her, but I ain't got nothing else for it, girl. All I got is good luck. Okay, y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below on how y'all feel about Stevie J and Faith Evans, you know, getting this divorce. Do you think it's long overdue? Let me know your thoughts about that. Do you think that he just, you know, talking and they still gonna be together? What are your thoughts about the situation? Let me know down below. And I'm gonna go ahead and move on over to Travis Scott, because listen, whew, baby, I don't know when Travis Scott gonna see sunlight. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know when this man is gonna see sunlight. Y'all know he did this performance at Astro World Festival. It ended up, I guess it started out great, ended terribly, because multiple people ended up losing their lives. Quite a few people ended up being injured. There was somebody that was there was someone that is in the hospital, and they're saying that she's classified as like brain dead. You got a 9-year-old, or is he 10, that's fighting for his life. So it's a lot going on. That young man's parents have filed a suit against Travis Scott. It's a very unfortunate situation. They said after everything went on and they ended up, I believe, like somebody on Live Nation's team, an event manager decided to, like, you know, cut the show. They said once everything was over, Travis Scott ended up going over to Dave & Buster, wherever Drake was hosting his event. But they're also saying that Travis and Drake they weren't aware of what was happening, right? They weren't aware. And I feel like that's possible, right? I feel like they were aware that there was some ruckus going on, which caused the show to be shut down, but they may not have known the severity of, individuals have lost their lives. They probably did not know that part, but they just probably figured like people just got crazy, man, shut down the show, man, whatever, man, I'm gonna go over here and see what my homeboy talking about, only to find out probably hours later, like, bro, it's real serious, fam. Like people that lost their lives, dog. It's real serious. Right. So, I mean, I don't know. I do think that there is some fault. People saying that he incites this type of behavior in, like, based on his past. That's what he incites. Even at that concert, he was saying, let's rage. Okay. So, that means let's get crazy. And that's exactly what ended up happening. The people ended up getting crazy. People lost their lives. People got injured. Lawsuits are coming left and right. But I feel like, y'all let me know though, because a lot of these lawsuits, like I saw Drake got thrown into the lawsuit for inciting, inciting the crowd in so many words, right? So he's got, and I'm kind of like, why are y'all trying to sue Drake? Y'all really suing Drake because he got a big name, but he just came out there and performed. He didn't host this whole event. So I kind of feel like Drake shouldn't be held liable, but y'all let me know y'all thoughts. When it comes to Travis, I feel like there should be some type of liability on his end. However, it should not solely be on his end. And some part of me feel like it should not solely be on Live Nation either, girl. I feel like it should be on the Houston PD. It should be on Live Nation. It should be on Travis Scott, and it should be on others, because at the end of the day, I'm trying to figure out why Houston even agreed and approved a concert to take place during these times of the whole panorama, the whole pandemic and stuff. And y'all got over 50,000 people at this concert. All because it was a money grab. Y'all was thinking about the money and stuff, right? Like, why did you even think that was okay, first of all? Then y'all didn't even have enough security and stuff there. Live Nation, y'all did not have the layout and everything done appropriately. Y'all wasn't always on watch and on guard, as y'all should have been on guard, to make sure the crowd was controlled and organized as much as you possibly could. And Travis Scott, he did stop the show at one point. That's why I feel like if he really fully knew what was ultimately going on, I think he would have stopped it, because he stopped it at one point and said, hey, this guy here fainted. Everybody move away. Let's get security to come out, check on him. So I feel like he didn't know some things, but I also feel like he could have possibly calm that crowd down a bit. And when you saw the ambulance and stuff in the crowd, like, you really could have got everybody to calm the hell down. So, and I don't know, like, it was some other guys that ran out there, told him something, and ran back. I don't know what those guys told him. So I understand why Travis is being held liable, but I do feel like he should not be the only person held liable. And I also feel like he shouldn't just be on Live Nation and him either. I feel like a bulk of it should go on Live Nation. Some go on Travis, and then some also go on Houston, because these are your citizens, right? These are the people that's paying for taxes and all this other stuff in y'all area. Majority of them, okay? It was y'all duty to make sure that they were also protected. So yeah, I would share some of that fault in quite a few people, but again, I want to hear y'all thoughts and comments about this overall situation, because it is indeed a full-on mess, and I just really hate it. You know what I'm saying? I think a dad took his son out, like the baby was like what, he was a 9-year-old, so he took his 9-year-old son out there in hopes that he was gonna have an amazing time. And then next thing you know, this baby done got trampled over. Girl, I cannot take it. I couldn't imagine going to a concert with my child, planning to have a great time, and then my child gets harmed in the process. Like, I would feel some type of guilt, and I'd be mad as hell, and I'd be ready to sue. But if that parent is only suing Travis, no, sir, I'll be suing everybody, girl. I don't know who was affiliated, girl. I need y'all LLCs and who's up under y'all company. I need all of them. Everybody getting sued, baby. You know, so that's that. We're hoping that everything, you know, goes well with those people that are injured. And I'm just hoping that the fatalities don't increase. But there is a young lady they're saying is brain dead. And I am afraid that they're probably going to try to pull the plug on her. I hope not. But, you know, and, you know, a lot of people say, you know, when you brain dead, you're pretty much gone. So that's gonna go up, right? That number, I was hoping the number didn't increase, but it looks like, you know, it may be inevitable. And I hate to say it, but good luck, you know, to Travis and all of this. Girl, even the Kardashians done pulled this man from their stuff. They done, and I'm just like, because right now it's really like a cancel Travis. It's really like a hate train going on for Travis right now. And I just kind of feel like, see, Travis, you get with these folks, these Kardashians or whoever, and see how quick they willing to snatch your black off their stuff, so you're not affiliated, girl. So you don't bring down their brand, girl. Listen, like I said, y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below. Good luck. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move on, girl. Let's go on over here and talk about Gladys Knight's son, honey, because baby, how y'all expect this man to pay this, y'all? We got to get into it. We got to get into it. So I'm reading from Black Enterprise. They said Gladys Knight's son, Shanga Hankerson, sentenced to prison, must pay $1 million for chicken and waffles restaurant taxes. Hear what I say, okay? They said after years of dragging his legendary mother's name through the mud, overshadow business practices, okay? Shanga Hankerson, the son of the soul singer Gladys Knight, is headed to federal prison. Hankerson, the former owner of the Gladys Knight Chicken and Waffles restaurant in Atlanta, and I have been there before, and it was good at one point, but then I felt the way about being there, because I heard they be having rats, or they had rats and everything up in there, and I'm like, well, I can't believe that I even ate at this spot. Okay, I was like, girl, no ma'am. But anyway, Let's keep reading, okay? They're saying that he was sentenced to prison over tax issues at the once famed restaurant because he failed to remit payroll taxes. Hankerson willfully disregarded his tax obligations for many years, okay? They said payroll taxes fund social insurance programs, including Social Security and Medicare, and are a large source of revenue for the federal government. Employers who fail to comply with their legal obligations will be held accountable. Now, according to the report, 45-year-old Hankerson will serve 2 years in prison, 1 year of supervised release, and he will also have to pay back restitution of $1,039,310.65 for failing to fully remit payroll taxes from 2012 to 2016. Back on July 12th, okay, Hankerson pleaded guilty to the charges. See, here's my thing though, and y'all let me know y'all thoughts. I just feel like if y'all want people to when it come down to taxes, why people got to go to jail to pay back taxes? Like, why y'all can't, start any job that they work, just start to garnish their wages? Because it's like, this man now granted, I'm not saying he was right, but it's like, let's think about this for a minute. He has to pay over $1 million in taxes, but y'all sending him to prison. So y'all gonna send him to prison. It's probably gonna damage his record. How is he really? And then he gonna be on supervised release. When he comes out, how is he really going to be able to work a job that's going to be able to pay him enough to even pay y'all mothers back? How is that going to work? And I mean, let's not even use him as an example. Maybe somebody that may owe, $100,000 or whatever, right? But I really feel like you really go to prison if you owe more than $1 million. But I don't know, y'all let me know down in the comments. But I just feel like that don't make no sense. Just start garnishing their wages or something until they set up like a payment plan or whatever, or bring them to court to make sure that they understand the extent or the severity of, the issue at hand, and what the payment plan is going to be, okay? And if you do not pay or have X amount done by this amount of time, you may be faced with jail time. Like, y'all need to get that together and figure it out, honey. But, sir, you was out of line and you was wrong. So you thought you was out here living big and living great because your mama is Miss Gladys Knight. All right? And I'm so glad that Miss Gladys ain't got to be behind the bars because of the stuff that you was doing, sir. Okay. So, yeah, he's definitely about to be, locked up. All right, but hopefully you figure out a way of how you finna get smarter to pay down this $1 million. Is you finna ask your mama to pay it for you? How is that finna work out? Oh, girl, this is a mess, honey. Y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below because I don't know what else to say about this right here. Leave y'all thoughts and comments down below. I'm finna go ahead and scoot over, honey. Let's talk about who is this? Terrance J. It's looking like Terrance J actually ended up escaping an attempted robbery near some home, right? They're saying that the incident was reported about 3 a.m. as two people in a vehicle apparently pulled up to the driveway of a residence, right? The two victims then noticed another vehicle pull up behind them where there were 4 armed men that got out of the vehicle and ordered them to get out of their car. The victims apparently refused and drove off, but they were followed, which is interesting. Like, how did that work? Were you able to back up and then pull off? Like, how did that? Because you pulled into the driveway, they pulled behind you. So how was you able to pull off? Maybe, girl, I don't know how that worked, but he was able to get out, right? They're saying that once the victims were in the area of 2 different streets, shots were fired, but nobody was injured, okay? Law enforcement officials confirmed that Terrance J was one of the victims in the attempted robbery. They said that the incident occurred just days after LAPD warned of an ongoing trend in which victims are targeted, followed home, or to work and then are robbed. That is crazy. That is crazy. Y'all is out here following people home, trying to catch them up. So you got to be more aware of your surroundings, honey. This is absolutely crazy. I guess he's so used to coming and going and just not thinking that it will be something that will happen to him. Now I'm sure he's going to be on red alert. Let me tell y'all, this man has had so many different things going on over the past few years. Whenever Terrance J makes the news, is always something that's a drastic situation that didn't happen, typically, right? Girl, like one time he got into a bad accident not too long ago, a few years ago, and then it was another woman in his car, and that's how his girlfriend kind of found out that he was cheating on her. It was like the car ended up being totaled, and it happened at night, and I think he hit a pole. And then it was another incident since that one and this one that's happening. I can't recall what it was, but it's always something that's happening with Terrance J. And whenever he makes the news, it's like a big story. So, girl, I don't know what that man got going on behind you. You may want to pray I don't know what somebody done put on you, voodoo or something. I don't know, but you may want to pray, honey, because you always get caught up in something. But either way, y'all know what I'm going to say. Good luck, okay? Now, as we go ahead and move on to Pleasure P, okay? Let's talk about Pleasure P, because it looks like his 17-year-old son is wanted, you know, for murder is what they're saying. They're saying that his son ended up murdering he shot and killed a 24-year-old named Terrance Arthur in the early morning hours of October 8th. Okay, they said it wasn't until November 1st that authorities were able to secure an arrest warrant. So I'm definitely wondering more about this story. They're saying that Cooper has been charged with first-degree premeditated murder with a firearm. As the story goes, Cooper and Arthur were reportedly together in a vehicle, and while it is unclear what transpired inside of that vehicle, they're saying that somehow Cooper demanded that Arthur exit the vehicle before shooting him on the side of the road. Okay, and this is interesting to me because I'm just wondering, where did they get this exact story from? Was there somebody else in the car? Was there somebody else that witnessed this? Where did y'all get the story? Okay, they're saying that Cooper should be considered armed and dangerous, and the investigation into the homicide is ongoing. Okay, for them to take my son's life and gunning him down, they left him like a dog on the side of the road. That wasn't fair. So this is the mother of the victim that ended up passing away. She was saying that. So I'm also wondering if there had to be more than one person in the car and what happened. Because I'm like, how y'all concocted or came up with that story? How would you know all of the facts? Not saying the young man didn't do it, but, you know, I want to know all of the facts. As they said, you know, here in this document, I'm not going to read everything, but it was something that stuck out when they said detectives say Marcus Ramon Cooper Jr. was riding in a car with Terrance on I-595 eastbound near Hiatus Road sometime before 1:30 a.m. on October 8th. For reasons that remain under investigation, Cooper ordered Arthur out of the vehicle and shot him multiple times, killing him. Okay, so when I read that, I was kind of like, how you know? Somebody else was in the car, so somebody else been talking, so that's what it was. I just want to, you know, understand how that works out. And it seems like, you know, what's his name? Pleasure P also wanted to know, because he ended up getting onto social media and he ended up, you know, like doing a video and talking about it because he felt like he didn't like how the blogs was including his son in this madness. But I just kind of felt like, well, your son done made the news and he your child, so they're gonna put him in this madness, honey. I don't know what else you want them to say, but he wants to make sure that his son is innocent, right, before, you know, any details come out. But what's truth, though, is the fact that your son is at this time wanted as it pertains to this investigation. So they do want to know more facts about what's going on. And I mean, he is, you know, innocent until proven guilty, but we don't know. But I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna let you guys check out what Pleasure P had to say about the overall situation. Go ahead and get into this.
Okay, I'm not gonna cuss anymore. Why would a 17-year-old be around a 24-year-old? And no disrespect to that family. Like, no, because we want to get to the bottom of this. I just want to make sure mine innocent. You understand what I'm saying? He is 17. They making him out. They said, they put on the news like, oh, he left him on the side of the road like he's a dog. And this, why would a 7? Bro, my son don't want for nothing. Never wanted for nothing. 17? Why would he shoot a 24-year-old? Talk about that. Let's talk about this, bro. And let's listen. And let's get all of the facts in straight. Let's get all the investigations straight. What's going on? Something is missing. Why would my son be in a car with one person that's 24 years old, and why would he shoot him? No, it's a lot of more factors that's left out, and they do not want to give us all the information. That's what my lawyer been trying to get, and they don't want to get it to us. But tomorrow, I ain't gotta be quiet. Tomorrow, I got another lawyer that I just hired. I got the best in the business. So y'all better pray up, cause y'all ain't finna do mine like that. I'm gonna go out to the end about mine, bro. To the end. I don't give a fuck. That's my son. That's my blood. Y'all better do y'all job about my son. You hear me? Y'all know right now, we're going to the end. That's it for me. This is it for me. Pleasure P is checking out about his kid. I am checking the fuck out. All the shit, look, all y'all posted the shit, but y'all didn't post when I was acquitted of the checker shit. Oh, that's, no, y'all want to report my son, bro? My 17-year-old kid? Y'all didn't even supposed to be reporting him. So anybody that's did, bro, I swear to God, it's on God. It's on, bro.
All right. Y'all heard what Pleasure P had to say. I think he has every right to, want to support and defend his son, and hopefully he can get to the bottom of what all is really going on. I understand him a little bit because I feel like, there are some things that are a little questionable. So, make sure you get all the details and the facts. But if your son was indeed involved in this, then how are you going to respond then? Right? So, I want to know. But those are my thoughts. Y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below regarding everything that I discussed today on the Quick Chat. Hey, I'm Jamie. That's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.